Honorable members, if you may please listen to me so that we do not waste time. First, I'm going to give to the senior counsel, and thereafter we will rotate to hear what members are saying. Senior counsel, the question I'm putting before the meeting is, how do we proceed from here?
Chair, when it comes to the evidence of a witness, and a witness in relation to a particular aspect or part of his or her evidence is found to be unreliable, I'm not going to use a stronger word, then it is not fair to infer, to conclude that the witness's evidence in its entirety should be ignored. Because there may be other parts of the witness's evidence which either is corroborated by other witnesses, or the witness himself or herself can confirm and corroborate objectively. So, in my view, the committee has taken note of that particular aspect of his evidence, i.e. that relating to Mr. Brown Mogotsi, his knowledge of Mr. Brown Mogotsi, whether he interacted with him, and so on. The committee can take note that they're not satisfied with his answers in that regard, but perhaps we have him here. We should proceed and deal with the other aspects that we want to deal with. The important aspects, the IDEC complaint is important also in relation to Advocate Johnson's evidence on whether or not there is some kind of a witch hunt against Lieutenant General Kumalo when they arrested him. Mr. Nkabinde can shed light on that. So as much as I wouldn't mind, because we've got a mountain of work to do in relation to the preparation for the evidence of Mr. Matlala. There's a mountain of documents that we need to traverse, study, go through, and then consult with him tomorrow. But I think, in fairness for the process, yes, members have or may have taken a very dim view of Mr. Nkabinde at this stage, but allow him to continue with his other evidence, so that we can at least, we have him here today, let us conclude.
ANC. Oh, okay, question, Honorable Malam.
SC, you are saying we can't dismiss him on the basis of other parts of the evidence in his statement, but he said he thumb-sucked this affidavit. How do you go past that one?
Well, I'm not sure, Honorable Malema, that I heard him say that he thumb-sucked the whole of his affidavit. It seems to me that in relation to dates and WhatsApps to and from Mr. Mogotsi, he thumb-sucked them, and I think the committee can draw its own conclusions about that. That is why those emails, yes, Honorable Souls, they weren't put to him in consultation, but it's round about that time, September, October, and then you had the run-up to the 31st of December, and when we're talking about joining the dots, I put it to him and I said, did you get this in? And he says no. Clearly, today, the committee is not satisfied with that answer. But there may be other aspects where he can be credible and be believed. But I don't think at this stage we can rule him out, entirely.
Honorable Sangoni.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. The Chief Whip was reminding me here that we haven't caucused yet. So, Chair, I think having listened to what the evidence leader has just said, we would be more concerned if we proceeded. Because of precisely the issues that he raised about fairness to the witness and process. Now, where we are sympathetic to Mr. Nkabinde is that throughout his testimony, as well as in his submission, he kept referring to the fact that he doesn't have his devices, which means that he feels disadvantaged already in participating in this process. Now, we may try and say, no, this we can strike out, this we can read in, but the witness is telling you that I'm disadvantaged. Now, if we then insist to continue and we make findings on the basis of what he has already said he's in a disadvantageous position from, it will not be fair to this witness, because if you just listen to what has been said here today, it's clear that most of us think that he is lying, whether inadvertently or deliberately so. I don't think it is fair to continue. I don't think it's fair to Mr. Nkabinde to continue. I think he should be afforded an opportunity to go and double check things. I mean, you just need to do a Google search to see that Minister Mchunu didn't go to Lusikisiki on the 30th of September. It was the 1st of October, you know, but then we will then drill onto those inconsistencies. So I don't believe it's fair to continue to share. But the Chief Whip may have a different view. And other members.
MKP. Is it you, Honorable Skosan?
Yes. Thank you, Chair. I think it's evident that the witness, you know, from his own ways, he said that he has sacked this statement before us. I'm a bit disappointed as well that he came with lawyers here, and I think we are the one who are paying. I might be wrong, but I think we are the one who are paying for those lawyers. In fact, as a witness, he was supposed to prepare as well for himself with his lawyers beside our legal team. But for me, from where I'm sitting, I think for us to continue with him, we'll have challenges at the end. As my other colleagues have said, that he will say his gadget, you know, he'll defend himself with that. So I guess the proposal for me will be he must go back and prepare himself with his lawyers this time, not with our legal team. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. No, largely covered by, this is the position of the MK party on this matter. Because, Chair, if we continue under the circumstances, it's going to compromise the whole integrity and credibility of our work. The witness has said here that he has sacked. 2, he says his gadgets are not with him. 3, he says that the statement was written on his behalf. Now, that should give you an indication, Chair, that if our report here, our final report goes to court, then the witness, the very same witness that we want to sympathize with here, will use the same reasons that he has given here to say, by the way, that statement is not reflective of my sentiments. This is what transpired. So we must not set a wrong precedent, Chair. And 2, we must avoid trouble while it is still far away at all costs, and not wait for trouble to compromise the work of this committee. So in summary and in conclusion, we're saying we can't proceed under these circumstances because we will compromise the credibility of our work. The witness must go home and prepare with his lawyers. Thank you.
Honorable Cameron.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I think there would have been enough reason to continue had he not said the bit about thumb sucking. When he said that, he lost us. I think in terms of his statement, if he had stated right at the beginning that some of the dates might be slightly off because of the fact he doesn't have access to his gadgets, there could have been a discussion around that. But what bothers me is there's no indication that he went above and beyond to get the relevant information. I'm sure that if he had written to the department, for example, and said, my gadgets have been seized, I need a record of the diary entrances that I made for the minister on, more or less between these dates, I can't imagine that the department would have not granted him access to that or given him a printout of it. So this isn't a haphazard type of thing. This is about the collapse of an entire criminal justice system. So I'm concerned about that, and I respectfully don't see him taking it seriously enough as we are here today. He needs to go back to the drawing board and bring information that we can actually work with. I'm not sure if there's anything in the rest of the statement that we can be sure is not thumb-sucked. Thanks, Chair.
Honorable Tlhopha.
No, thank you. I'm covered, Chair, by what Honorable Cameron has said, and I'm in full agreement.
Okay. Honorable Malema.
No, thanks, Chair. I think that the SC must speak from a very embarrassed position to even suggest what he suggested, because he's implicated in that mess. They say he wrote that kind of statement for the witness. That implicates us. That a witness was not properly prepared by our evidence leaders. And then they come and say, because they don't want to take responsibility, they come and say, no, let's proceed. They are the ones who prepared that statement for him. And this chap would have said to the evidence leaders of this committee, I don't have my gadgets. He says that actually. He says, I told them I don't have those gadgets. And when he speaks, you can hear the SC saying, roundabout, just estimate. When a man says to you, I'm in a disadvantaged position, I don't have my gadgets, I can't make reference to anything. Okay, more or less, when did this happen? And after they made him to do those things that he did in this statement, they said, no, let's proceed. After he said on a public platform that our own lawyers are the ones who said to him, thumbsuck, just roundabout, just think about it. Do you remember it? So it is incorrect that we want to put the whole blame on that chap without also making reference to our senior counsel, who should read these things and be able to point out contradictions right from the beginning, that but what you are saying doesn't make sense. So this guy deliberately misled us. He deliberately misled us, and the issue Honorable Mates is raising of perjury is very correct. When you come here, you don't thumbsuck. That's a message we need to send, and I was telling the chief whip of the ANC that we need to prepare other witnesses by sending this one home, so that next time they come here, they know it's not a place to play here. It's not a playground here. We sit here until 12 midnight, and you still think we're playing. So we need to send a strong message. No one is going to come here and thumbsuck things and take advantage and want to undermine this committee. So I fully agree that we need to send him home. He needs to go, but we still need him back here. And there's nothing also, in my knowledge, Chair, that stops you from calling whoever took your gadgets and say to them, can I please have access to my gadget because I'm preparing for the ad hoc committee. Those people will fully cooperate. He never says, I try to have access to my gadget, they refuse. So that's a person who takes this process very serious, that I can't go there without my gadgets. Can I please have access to my gadgets? I just want to cross-reference certain information. You can still keep them. Maybe they will even ask that he comes and do it in their office to do a cross-reference and be accurate on dates and facts about issues. He has never done that because this is a by-the-way process. We'll just see when we arrive there. They may not even ask us about those things. The minister went to the mine 14 November. He says he was given a number of Mokgotsi October, November. to prepare for a meeting of the mind. When he realizes, man, I made a mistake because I said Mkhwanazi gave me the number and I confirmed it. It's not about the date. It's about what matters there is about when did he start communicating with Mkhotsi. He deliberately decided to just lie. And then when his court says, no, I don't have gadgets, I was thumb sucking and all of that. So, Chair, we must never allow that here. No one must come here and play with this committee. I don't think he would have done that at Madlanga. So we must never be undermined as this committee, and that message must be sent strongly today. That here you don't thumb suck, here you come with facts and you back those facts with attachments. And from there, we can have a proper engagement. Thanks, Chair.
Honorable Matthys. Pangazita.
No, thank you, Honorable Chair. No, from where I'm seated, Mr. Nkabinde is one of those key witnesses that we have lined up to assist us to unravel the issues that we are facing with here. So his statement is very critical. It has to be absolutely accurate. And the dates, Mr. Chairperson, for me, are very critical. You can't thumbsuck the dates. You can't make a mistake on dates because they actually dictate the sequence of events. Now, if he's not sure about dates, then obviously that will impact negatively on the sequence of events. If that impacts on the sequence of events, then we will never get to the bottom of the truth. So, therefore, then the question is, what will then be doing? Sizobe-Senza, what will be doing with this witness? For what purpose, if we continued? Knowing very well that, one, this is a thumbsuck, secondly, the gadgets are not there and therefore the dates are inaccurate, and that his statement was not written or was written for him, and yet he signed the statement and he took an oath of that. And then it calls to question the whole value of the oath that he took here. So I support the notion that, no, let him be given time to go and he recollect his thoughts properly and write a proper statement on which he will actually take an oath which has value. Thank you.
Honorable Souls.
Chairperson, I disagree with all of my colleagues. And my reason is, it is clear that Mr. Nkabinde, he lied, it's clear. And he lied under oath. Does that mean we should stop the entire proceeding and let him go and redo the affidavit? If we say he must do so, then we must treat all the witnesses the same. General Mkhwanazi lied under oath about his testimony on former Minister Becky Cele. He then withdrew and said he apologizes, which means he lied under oath to this House. General Mkhwanazi lied, Mr. Nkabinde lied under oath. They are both wrong. We are sitting here with a WhatsApp that the SC says this WhatsApp evidence has been provided as testimony to him by General Mkhwanazi. There's a possibility that these WhatsApps are fake. That's the reason why we are probing. And I asked the SC for clarity. The WhatsApp that General Mkwanazi in his affidavit provides and says it proves that Brown Mokhotsi spoke to the Chief of Staff via WhatsApp. Whereas the WhatsApp says Brown Mokhotsi is the name and the content of the WhatsApp speaks over Brown. Did Brown Mokhotsi speak to himself? So there's a possibility that this too is a lie and it must be probed. So, Chairperson, if we proceed to say Mr. Nkabinde must go redo the affidavit, then we must stop the entire proceedings and tell General Mkwanazi because he lied, he must go and redo his affidavit, and then we start all over again. I propose that if we are going to be fair, what we do to the one, we must do to the other. I propose we proceed and we interrogate like it is our responsibility to do. We did a very good job in exposing the lie of Mr. Nkabinde. That's what we're supposed to do. When it's submitted to us, we interrogate and we will determine whether someone lied or not. What other honorable members can do in their rights, now that they have discovered that he has lied, and EFF says they will open up a case of perjury, they should do that, because that's what we are here for. But if we're going to stop this proceeding on the basis that he lied, I'll support only if we then tell General Mkwanazi, because he lied under oath, he must redo his affidavit, we don't accept it, and we will start the entire process over. Treat all witnesses the same. We have no side here. We have not chosen a side. So what's good for the one must be good for the other. If we proceed, despite the lies, under oath by General Mkwanazi, then we must proceed today with Mr. Nkabinde and interrogate on that issue. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable James.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I think there's a difference here between General Kwanazi's statement and testimony where lies were exposed, alleged lies, and Mr. Nkabinde. Mr. Nkabinde clearly said earlier on that he was disadvantaged. So on that basis, to start off with, the man said he was disadvantaged, he didn't have his gadgets, and hence he had to thumb suck the entire statement. I also cannot see us moving forward and having selective paragraphs that we're going to probe. It's either we probe a complete testimony or we leave it at that. Dates are key to this sitting, especially when it comes to us sort of doing, trying to connect dates in terms of mapping of occurrence of events. It is very key to us. So today I disagree with my colleague behind me in terms of saying it's exactly the same. It is not the same because he has stated that he's been disadvantaged. He didn't have access. Everyone else, we're going to probe and we're going to catch them out in their lies. But there's a difference here with this witness. Thank you, Chair.
Chief Whip. Chief Whip.
No, Chair, I think we've got to try and prevail on honorable source, in line with what the majority view is saying in the meeting. And I think Honorable James is making an important observation that in many respects, those that came before us and those that would be coming, there would be instances where we are able to demonstrate that what they are presenting before us is inaccurate, is inconsistent, is wrong, and may be informed by an intention to conceal certain information. But in this case, we are dealing with a person that says right from the onset, I was not ready to come to you. I think despite that, the fact that we've picked that up on one or two of the issues that were discussed, but the admission that right from the onset I was not ready, I think is sufficient, Chair, for us to agree that we should not proceed with the witness. And I'm saying, notwithstanding what Honorable Sauls was saying about what Mkwanas, Lieutenant General Mkwanas and others have said before us. But in this case, we have to remember that the witnesses before us are here at our own behest. They need to help us. That's why the witnesses are here. We are not necessarily inviting people to prove that they've committed crime or they are wrong. We are inviting them to come and help us so that we can determine the appropriate course of action to deal with the crisis before us. So when a person who's supposed to come and help you says, I am coming to you, but I'm not as empowered as I should in order to help you to achieve your own objective, I think it's fair that we must be sympathetic to that and allow for the witness to go back and prepare and come back to us at a later date. Thanks, Chair.
SC.
Thank you, Honourable Chair, Honourable Members. In relation to Nkwanas, General Nkwanas, can I immediately say that he did correct the allegation he made against Minister Mkele and then provided an affidavit. So I think it does fall in a different category. As far as the statement of all the witnesses that have appeared before this committee, we adopt the same procedure. We conduct interviews. They are recorded with the consent of the particular witness. We then draft a statement on the basis of that interview, referencing our terms of reference and the relevant documents. We then present it to the witness. As I indicated earlier, increasingly witnesses have lawyers on board with senior counsel and experienced attorneys. They then come back with a revised draft. We look at it and we engage, but at the end of the day, the responsibility for what's in the affidavit and what is eventually attested to under oath is their responsibility. Otherwise, we might as well have come here and just put the affidavit here and said to the Honourable Committee, now you can ask the witness questions. We don't. Otherwise, there's an assumption that we accept what the witness is saying under oath, and I think it should be pretty obvious from the examination of witnesses thus far that that is not the case. In fact, part of the preparation for witnesses before they appear here, we tell them that we are not only going to lead you in relation to what's in your statement, but we are also going to ask you questions. Some of these questions may be awkward or difficult, and we've also got to put the versions of other witnesses and statements to you, and there'll be an engagement. Because we don't have the luxury of a commission of inquiry where implicated persons are still going to be called and then it's going to be cross-examination later on. We don't. We have one shot at a witness who comes here. We lead the witness. The witness is then asked questions by honourable committee members, and that's how we do our business. So as far as today's statement is concerned, a draft was sent to them on Sunday afternoon. We subsequently got 2 further drafts. And the last draft was signed. I think parliamentary colleagues can confirm that we weren't happy with the fact that we got it pretty late, but they had to be put on SharePoint and they had to be printed. So perhaps I'm just being too defensive by saying we can't take responsibility for what's in the statement. We've looked at the other drafts. There are material changes. But from an attorney-client privilege point of view, it's not fair for me to put to a witness and say, but this is what we put in the original statement, and now you've changed it. Why are you changing it? That's not how we work. And then just lastly, as a matter of evidence, it is so that if a witness tells one lie, yes, it may or can and often does affect the credibility of a witness, but it doesn't mean that you can call a witness an untruthful witness in his or her entirety without testing other parts of the evidence. I've tried to suggest a practical way forward, but if honourable members feel differently, that's your decision, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you so much, honourable members, and thank you, SC.
Point of order, Chair.
Point of order.
I raised my hand. Chair, the ANC has spoken, and then you allowed the Honorable Chief Whip to speak again. I raised my hand. You indicate to me I can't speak. So I'm asking, based on what statements has been made after I made my statement, I'm asking you to allow me also to speak.
Okay. If that is the point of order that we have given you a chance to speak, okay. Let me say this. We have given the ANC chance to speak. We have given the MKP chance to speak. We have given the DA chance to speak. We have given the EFF chance to speak. We have given the IFP. We have given yourself. We have given the Action SA chance to speak. And then we gave Honorable Ntuli, who comes from the ANC, which has 4 members in this committee, chance to speak. You request that I must give you a chance to speak.
Yes, Chair, because it was not on individual. When you gave the ANC, when you gave the ANC an opportunity and every other party, you were giving members. 2 members was speaking for a party. So you completed the rotation, and then you went back to the ANC. So you should go back. If I have
in the ANC,
but it wasn't about individuals.
Let me remind you, it was only Honorable Sangoni who spoke, and
but you asked, is there anyone else in the ANC? Then when you came to EFF, you asked if there was anybody else. So you finished the party, Chair.
In the PA. Okay. In the PA, Honorable Souls, who is the second member who must speak?
It was not about the members. It was about the party. Then you went back and you gave the party, after full rotation, you gave the party a second chance. Now you must give the PA as a party
yes, I want
second chance.
I want to allocate a different member of the PA to speak. Who is that member?
For the second round, you give party.
Who is the...
You give party.
Who is the second member of the PA who must speak?
There's a second opportunity for the party to speak, and I will speak on behalf of the party.
No, it's not the second opportunity.
You gave the NC a second opportunity.
It was not the same member, Honorable Ntuli and Honorable Sangoni.
So in other words, we are restricted. Are you saying, Chair, that when you go for a second round and someone raised their hands, those with single members here are not allowed to participate in a second round after rotation? Is that what you say?
Honorable Souls.
No, please answer my question, Chair.
No. Let me remind you. When Honorable Sangoni spoke, I did not check with the...
Did she speak as ANC?
I did not check with the ANC if they had a second speaker. I realized that I only started checking with the MKP after Honorable Skosana has spoken. Honorable Nomvalo was given a chance to speak, and in the DA as well. We checked with Honorable Cameron and Honorable Thorper. And Honorable Kola Barnard can bear me witness. She also signaled to me that she was satisfied. We went to the EFF, Honorable Malema spoke, and I asked Honorable Matthews if she had something to say. Then I had to go back and correct myself and gave the ANC a chance to speak.
We must go on hindsight, sir, because that you did the same with the ANC. The ANC, no one else wanted to speak.
Yeah.
You went party by party. I don't care if anybody here feels that this is unnecessary. I will maintain. You must be fair.
If we give if we allow all members to speak, I will then have to note Honorable Ngola, Honorable Sokanyile, and Honorable Shongwe, and Honorable Kola Barnard, and Honorable Matthews.
Yes, we're debating the matter.
Those will be the only 5 members that will be allowed to speak because they have not had the chance to speak when the rotation was done. So it will be unfair to these members, and it is unjustified.
How will that be unfair
It is unjustified by every superlative.
But when you came to them, you gave both members an opportunity.
On a point of order.
Point of order, Honorable Malem.
Chairperson, there is no procedure of a meeting where you can be engaged in a dialogue in a manner you are doing. You are setting a wrong precedence. He has made his point, he must switch off his mic and then you make a ruling. So to do what you are doing, I mean, these proceedings are not off cameras. The public is learning from you how to run meetings and how we must conduct ourselves. So this is a pure dialogue.
Yeah.
Please.
You know why we are engaging this dialogue? We must persuade and help this honorable member. We must help him. The problem here is not the chair. The honorable member has to be assisted.
Assisted with what? Stop behaving like we don't know what's happening here. He's not the de facto chair. He's advising you again, chair. You can decide what you can do.
Point of order, Chair.
I'm not pointing a finger at you. I'm telling you, you are not the de facto chair. You're not the de facto chair. Monoki for my point. Monoki for my point. You point for me. You just did. No. You have been unfair toward me countless times. When I raise my hand, you overlook me. Now you're saying you want to stop me from speaking simply because you did the normal rotation, Chair. You gave each member of the party an opportunity. I don't care if it frustrates everyone else, but I'm raising my point. You went party for party. You then asked individuals of the party to speak. The ANC said they will not speak after Honorable Sangoni. You came to the EFF. You asked both members. You asked both members. Then when you come to me because I'm one member, you say because you went back after rotation to parties, you gave the ANC another opportunity. As a party, so they are allowed to speak. The AFF can do what they want. So after the rotation, you can give the party an opportunity to speak.
I think this time around we are taking it the wrong way. Chair, Moke Hamchat, take your ruling. I was the next in line to speak, and you gave to SC. I respected that, Chair. So if you allow this to run through emotions, we won't get anywhere. Chair.
This is not emotion.
So can I ask Chair kindly
No,
with
no,
respect to Mr. Soul?
I'm just finally standing up for this.
Honorable Shong, may you please listen to me?
Yes, sir.
Listen to me, Honorable Shong. Let's give this honorable member time to speak. Let him speak. You continue, Honorable Souls.
May I speak on what I wanted to speak on? Is that what you're saying?
You can speak on anything that you want to say.
Thank you, Chair. On the issue of of what Honorable James said, that he didn't have equipment that put him on a disadvantage, so the matter is different. It makes it even worse. General Mkwanazi, he had no disadvantage. He had a professional team and still misled this committee. On the matter of Honorable Chief Whip, that it is not the same, we are granting Mr. Nkabinde in case he made a mistake to go and redo because he was at a disadvantage. Mr. Nkabinde testified that the rest of his things, he vouches for it. All I'm saying is, treat all witnesses the same. If we're going to say we will not proceed because he lied under oath, I agree. We must not proceed if he lied under oath. But then we must do the same with the testimony of General Mkwanazi
Chair, point
and
of
stop
order.
the whole process.
Chair,
No,
point of order.
there is no point of
No,
order.
Chair, no,
Honorable
Chair.
Skosana, wait.
No, Chair.
No.
Just
There
because
is-
I'm disagreeing with
there
everybody.
is no point of order, Honorable
this is
Skosana.
painful.
No.
You-
Let's allow the honorable member to conclude.
Yes.
Excuse
We
me,
have a
excuse-
constitutional right to
excuse-
express
the
ourselves.
answers Yamar may put.
So I will express myself.
Excuse me, Buddha.
You can hate it, you can be frustrated, none of my business. Thank you, Chair, for allowing me to express myself. I'm concluding to say, let us be fair. This committee has not chosen a side. There's no side. We have not sided with anybody. So what we do, if we're going to not proceed today, then we must require General Mkwanazi to do the same. If not, let's allow Mr. Nkabinde, as the SC said, let's allow him to go do an affidavit on the section, just like General Mkwanazi did for the section. Let him do that. I can be the only one, but that's my position. Let's be fair. We have no side. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Honorable Ngola, may you please sit down. Okay, let's do like this. Let's do like this. Honorable Sanguin, you have spoken in this meeting. And after you have spoken, there are other members that have spoken. Can I check with you if you want to respond to what each of the other members who spoke in this meeting have said about what you might have said?
No, Chair. And I think the members have been generally unanimous on the position. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Skosana, I gave you an opportunity to speak. Do you want to respond to any of the statements that were made after you would have spoken?
Yes, I can, Chair. I'm saying we are being traumatized here, Chair. You know, we've been sitting here for the last 15 minutes. It's all about Mkwanazi. We have agreed about the issue
can go to the
of
doctor.
General Mkwanazi. We have agreed that he will come back here. Now, you know, to compare apples with bananas is not fair, Chair. You know, let's leave. We are talking about the witness who are sitting with us here, and we are fair to him. We have agreed here as members
Sana,
that
who's apple, who's banana?
that is
Who's apple, who's banana?
now the honourable member is intimidating me.
Bananas.
You come from the same party. There's no way
Chair.
you can intimidate each
No,
other.
Chongwe is playing now, Chair. I'm saying, Chair, we had a witness here. You asked almost all of us. We have agreed that we cannot continue with this witness. You know, and if anyone, if anyone says we must continue, you must motivate that. But we have agreed now. But instead of talking about this witness, we are talking about General Mkwanazi again, who's not here. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Nomvalo, after you said what you would have said, there are members who spoke. Do you want to respond to statements that other members would have
No,
made
don't
about what you
respond, Chair.
said?
No, well, okay, Chair.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Nkabinde and your team. I believe that you had time to make reflections during the break.
Yes, Chairperson.
Did you do so?
That's correct.
And do you still take ownership of the statement that you deposited with our legal team?
Chairperson, I do take ownership. However, with regard to date discrepancies, I think I did not do much of a research because of the time was very short during my engagement. So I think I definitely need to do a thorough homework in terms of, even if I estimate, but it should be a true reflection. Like for instance, Chair, I'm even now starting to check my office and so forth. It appears that even the date of 30 September is wrong.
Okay.
Of Lusigisigi. So
It's fine.
becoming a mess.
Don't say many things. Do you,
It's now becoming a
as
mess.
the chief of staff in the office where you work, do you develop monthly or weekly programs?
Weekly programs, sir.
And then in those programs, you list activities that will be happening,
That's correct.
and they happen under your supervision as the chief of staff.
That is correct.
And that can be interpreted to be some kind of a diary for the office under your supervision.
That's correct.
Okay. So it then means the information that you must present before this committee. If you don't have it here with yourself, you have it at the office. If you don't have it in your cell phone or in your laptop or any gadget, you have it at the office. Correct?
Some chair, it will be like that, but some of the meetings, like the one for Brown,
Do you have a PA yourself?
no, I don't have.
The minister has a PA who keeps a diary of activities,
That is correct.
and you manage the activities of the minister.
That's correct.
Okay. So, look, the statement that you have made here, that you do not have gadgets, by any professional standards is inexcusable, especially for a person in a position like the one that you hold of being a chief of staff, managing the day-to-day activities in the office of a minister. In the department, the DG may not know where the minister is, but you are going to know. And sometimes the DG is even informed by you that the minister is planning to go to Stelfontein on this day. If there is any report that you must prepare for us, please let's have the report ready, or a briefing. So the committee has unfortunately made a reflection on the evidence that you presented here, and is worried about the quality of statements that you have made before it. And so you will have to go back, because when you appear before us, you don't appear before us as an accused person. You appear before us as a South African who is having a conversation with the committee to help the committee to understand the difficulties. I mean, Advocate Patoi, when she was here, she said the criminal justice system is in a crisis. And as one of the role players there, you must help us to understand the extent of the crisis that the criminal justice system is confronting, and maybe go beyond that and even suggest how you think Parliament as an institution that enacts laws can make those interventions. And so far, or the length that we have gone with you, will not help us to achieve exactly that. And yeah, so we want you to go back and make honest reflections about the information that you think we deserve to get from you. If there is any moral standard that you subscribe to, summon that moral standard to your statement. If there is any ethical standard that you subscribe to, summon that ethical standard to your statement. If there is any badge of integrity you have on your shoulders, put that badge of integrity on your shoulders, and then write a statement that you think is for the attention of this committee. Make a determination or make a choice to help us to arrive at a decision that can help the Republic of South Africa to move forward. We can't pray for you, unfortunately. And we cannot even organize any ceremony for the ancestors for you to subscribe to all those values that we have spoken to. It's a conscious choice that you must make as a citizen of this country, especially that you understand that you are one of the senior public servants in the democratic state. So go and look at yourself in the mirror. When you look at that mirror, see morality written in the mirror and read it and understand what it is. See integrity in the mirror. See ethics in the mirror. See all the values in Section 195 of the South African Constitution and internalize them. And then make a statement that must appear before this committee. I mean, that must come before this committee. We don't have time. Our time is expiring on the 28th of November. And in the next 10 days, you should be ready. In the next 10 days. Your legal team is here with you, behind you. You don't have to interpret anything to them. They have heard what the committee is saying. We need from you that conscious choice to help us to move forward. Thank you so much. Honorable members, we have come to the end of the proceedings.